Oh, you're here already?
Oh, I guess it's time for cooking with Jcop.
Let's go!
We start cooking, we need to wash our hands.
That's a good idea. Thank you. The water's very cold.
Ow. Now that our hands are clean, let's put our aprons on and start cooking. Oh, that looks like you.
Very fun.
First we have the pepper, then we have the flour, the onions, the salt, the potato, the eggs, and finally the oil.
These are the ingredients to make a
latke.
Flour was discovered when we found out that wheat seeds could be crushed around 6000 BC. The Romans were the first to grind seeds on cone mills. Onions have an unknown origin, but the regions that are considered to be its origin are Central and Southwestern Asia. Archaeological and literacy evidence suggests that the cultivation of the onion took place in Europe 2,000 years after they were first grown in what they believed, Iran and West Pakistan. However, since onions grew wild in some areas, they may have been domesticated simultaneously worldwide. Onions were believed to spread due to its medicinal and religious value. Potatoes are indigenous to the Andes Mountains in South America, where the Inca Indians first cultivated in Peru around 8000 BC to 5000 BC. The most accepted story about the discovery of the potato is that a Spanish conquistador named Pedro de Cieza de Leon found the plant in the Valley of Colombia around 1537 to 1538. It is believed that potatoes spread to Europe after they were discovered in Peru. After that, they spread due to key factors such as establishment of potato patches. Vegetable oil comes from various plants and seeds and originates in Europe around 1895, where they learned that heating seeds and plants forms oils. It arrived here through trial and error. They didn't mean to invent vegetable oil, but rather found out due to the observing of what heat Salt did. Originates in China around 6000 BC, and Hebrews received it through trade. Black pepper originated in India around 2000 BC, and Hebrews also received it through trade. Eggs come from the chicken, which was domesticated from jungle fowl native to tropical and subtropical Southeast Asia and India before 7500 BCE. Chickens were brought to Sumer and Egypt by 1500 BCE and arrived in Greece around 800 BCE.
Now that we've grated the potatoes, we have to strain them. But while we wait, let's move on to the other ingredients.
Alright, so now we're going to take 1 tablespoon of flour, and it is okay to go a little overboard. That's what we want. And we're going to put that in the mixture. We're also going to get a little bit of black ground pepper and push that in for some spice. Same with some salt and flavor. And that's should be that for now. Let's get the potatoes now. Alright, so as the potatoes are being brought over, we are going to add this to the mixture as well. Very heavy pot. And as we are doing this, after we are going to stir it all up, and then we should be prepped for cooking.
everything up, let's start cooking.
But first we have to preheat. So we're gonna put this on medium high.
And we are now preheating the pan here. And now we just have to wait till the pan heats up a little more so you can put the vegetable oil on it. Well, Cameron's saying this time I'm just going to wash my hands again for sanitary purposes. The hands are nice and clean. It's time to start putting the mixture into the pan so it can fry. 3 to 4 minutes on each side. It's gonna be real good.
Alright.
Why do potatoes make good detectives?
Why?
Because they keep their eyes peeled.
It's so bad. It's funny because you take the eyes off before you cook the potatoes.
As we are almost ready to flip it, just a quick fun fact is that the key to a latke is to make sure that it holds its shape, especially when you cook. So we can now flip it, Ori.
Oh, perfect.
Look at that cook.
This.
Nice flip. There we go.
Oh, that's
So you want that golden brown?
the golden brown we have here. You can't see it from all the way over there, but the golden brown we have here is just what we want. Wow.
Perfect.
These ones, these latkes are gonna be a home run. We're so good. Now, the moment of truth.
How do those look, Ori?
These look amazing.
Hello. So my story, a historical one, starts in the late 18th century in Eastern Europe. Now what happened was crop failure was happening throughout, and they thought that there was a curse put onto them. So they turned to potatoes, which grew quickly and could survive numerous weather conditions. Now the Jews at the time, who were poor, they had potatoes on their meals like every day. Sunday, potatoes. Monday, potatoes. Tuesday, potatoes. And on and on. So what happens is that, by the way, quick little fact, a latke means little oily.
Oh wow.
So what happens
Never knew
is
that.
so they kind of looked at this as that the gods gave them these potatoes, or more specifically latkes, and that is basically how the latkes were introduced to this culture.
What a riveting story, Cameron.
Thank you.
Another story about the latke is actually why we eat latkes during the holiday of Hanukkah. So the Greeks were in a big war with the Jews, and after the Greeks ransacked the Holy Temple at Jerusalem, they destroyed all of the supply of oil, except for one. And this oil was only supposed to light the candles of the menorah for one night, but a miracle occurred, and it lit the candles for 8 nights. Not one, but 8 nights. This is incredible. And due to the miracle of the oil, we eat oily foods such as potato latkes.
Thanks for watching Cooking with Jcop.
And next time, we'll be cooking noodle kugel.
And that's how you make the latke.
I already. This is.
Alright, baby, here.
We're supposed to be standing up.
Oh, yeah.
No!
Get your aprons on again. Alright, go.
Cameron! Okay, that was you.
I was trying to swallow, but I couldn't.
Here. Eat. Swallow. These are good.
Oh, yeah. Good.
You start.
I'm not restarting. I'm just going for my neck.
Start from the beginning then.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go cut it. Okay. So, my story, a historical one, begins in the late 18th century in Eastern Europe, where crops were being failed, and is that correct? Alright. So my story, a historical one, begins in the late 18th century, where there was crop failure all over, and they thought that a curse was put onto them. Now, what happened was, they turned to the potato, which the reason is, potatoes grew very quickly, and potatoes actually could survive numerous weather conditions.
Interesting.
You're actually really good guys, huh?
Yeah, they're incredible.
Excuse me. So, the Jews, who were poor at the time, I can't swallow.
Oh my god. Don't eat it.
Alright.
Just don't eat it. Pretend like you eat it though.